What's going on, everybody? Welcome into TB Sports 27. Yes, a little afternoon stream to you guys. Has some more PTO time off from work, so here we are. And we're going to play some college football, as you can see. And, we're going to try to bounce back from what was another awful defeat. I'm going to give a couple moments off the top, because I said we have had a couple of comments before. Not everybody, but you get the one or two outliers that, oh, you taking so long to get into the game. And we'll give a couple minutes for people to join in. This is a live stream replay here. We open up the season our third straight year in a neutral site game. We've had neutral site games in the past and had no problems. Syracuse, Virginia, beating them all. Well, we've gotten hammered the last couple of years. Michigan State, Florida State, Oregon, and once again, we came up on the losing end. We had Cal this time, who just beat us up. Fianu Star, who was our freshman quarterback last year, the true freshman that led us to the Fiesta Bowl in the college football playoff, got beat up terribly in this game. And, we're going to try to bounce back in our second of our three-game set of the second of the three-game set that we have with Western Michigan over the next couple of years. So we're going to talk about college football 27 in this stream as well, because that's getting ready to come out, and I am a little intrigued about that. We'll do orange uniforms to begin this one, and we'll see what Western Michigan lands on for this look. But I want to talk college football 27 with you guys. I want to know what are you guys excited about, not excited about. There's been a lot of rumors, speculation, stuff like that flying around. As we get into the game, we'll talk about this. Now, interesting, though, this is, again, the rematch, the second time we played Western Michigan. We played them last year. We picked Western Michigan because I thought it would be kind of fun. Instead of doing FCS, they were the lowest-ranked team out of every team in college football. They were the lowest-ranked team, so I thought it'd be fun to kind of play the lowest team. Well, we started off that game. We were down 14-0 to Western Michigan in Tennessee. We had to fight our way back. Actually, you know what? I don't think this is a three-game set. I said it was a three-game set, but I think it was only a two-game with both games taking place in Tennessee. I don't think we're going to their house at all. So two-game set, I believe. You'll have to check out the previous episodes and see. But yeah, we were down 14-0 before we rallied and came back. So, Western Michigan did not make it easy on us the first time. We ended up winning by a bunch, but they started off fast and furious. Just their offense was a bit of a struggle. So quick housekeeping here. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up. Check us out on Patreon. We just recorded a 20-minute video of the RXFL. We just passed week 6 in the RXFL, which is our Legends Football League, playing with some of your favorite legendary football players from the past. And we just passed up week 6, so we did a 20-minute video looking at the stats, looking at who's leading the way for passing, rushing, receiving, all things defense, looking at the standings and getting everything hyped up and previewed for week 7. So if you want to see a little bit of extra bonus content, check out our Patreon page. It really helps support the channel. Here, you guys all know, you're on YouTube. You know all the stuff that's been going on with YouTube. So we need your support more than ever, and I like to do that, give you a little bit of bonus video for you over there on Patreon. So already a much better start. I mean, not a first down, but yeah, that video's up on Patreon. Go check it out. Looking at the stats 6 weeks into the RXFL season, and we got some more bonus action coming your way soon. We're going to be doing some Twitch stream replays coming up where we are playing some non-sports games as well. And we're putting that up there on our Patreon, the replay. So be sure to check that out. That was a tight window, and Star connects to Dippenhammer, the 5-star wideout. We're going to get into college football 27 talk in just a little bit. But to just mention again, you're probably wondering, man, you're streaming. Normally, the streaming schedule is either Saturday or Sunday morning without commentary, or it is Tuesdays and Thursdays, sometimes Wednesdays, after work in the evening. And but I do have the PTO day today, as mentioned. And if you like this, where we are streaming in the afternoon with you guys and doing commentary, that is something we can certainly do more of, but that's up to you guys. By hitting the subscribe button, by commenting, by sharing the video, by liking, by helping get our numbers up. And, ooh, yeah. Some of these throws have just not been accurate so far for Starr. I mean, early part of the season, but where he was known for his super accuracy. Now look at this. This should be... Oh, and again, see, we're just missing this a one-on-one shot. And you saw what happened. This might be a tough kick here. In the game last week... Yeah. I think he's got it. In the game last week, where we did throw a couple of other quarterbacks in. We threw our senior back in there who got benched last season, Leon Pepper. We had Marco Hart play for a little bit. James joining us. Let's go, James. Welcome back. TV Sports, glad to have you here. I was just wrapping up and saying, to do more afternoon streams with the commentary on them, we need support from the folks. We need more thumbs up, subscribe, comments. We got to get to the monetization level on YouTube here. So that is why we're able to stream today, because we got the little bit of time off from work. But the normal schedule, if we're not able to hit our goals, is going to continue to be the streaming early morning weekends and then after work around 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Tuesdays and Thursdays. But again, hitting subscribe like our good friend James here, jumping into the live chat, commenting along with us, thumbs up, and by checking us out on Patreon, looking at the videos we just dropped. We got an ECW One Night Stand coming up on Patreon as well. So make sure you guys, okay, a lot of stuff's going on right now. If you guys, not following along, Russell Wilson not going to play this year. He's taking a year off to go be a commentator for CBS. Odell Beckham has been traded, so the Browns are they're trading everybody. Everyone's getting traded right now. He was last on the Browns, right? I don't even remember. Where was Odell Beckham? James, where was Odell Beckham last? Oh, did he catch that? No, incomplete. Breaking news that Myles Garrett has just been traded to the Rams for a first-round pick.
And the Broncos decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt.
So Myles Garrett, which as a Cardinals fan, Carson Beck, wow.
Some of the yardage on the punt. Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field.
So Myles Garrett to LA Rams in that division. Whew. And Odell Beckham to the Giants. So Odell to the Giants and Myles Garrett to the Rams. They still got Deshaun Watson though on the team. All right, so with all that, a lot of breaking NFL news. NFL is always king. I'll do one last plug ski, and then we'll start talking about college football 27 coming up here. College baseball playoffs coming up. They're in the mix. And my alma mater, come on, right on the mark. There we go. My alma mater, Troy. Yesterday, you guys know, Troy Trojan graduate, college baseball. They knocked off Miami, the Miami Hurricanes, and the Florida Gators back-to-back games. They had to win 2 games back-to-back. They finished the Miami game around 3, and then like an hour and a half later, they had to take the field to play the number 8 team in the nation, Florida. And they beat both of them, putting up a bunch of hits, a bunch of runs. And today, Troy plays the Gators, SEC Network at 6 to go on to a Super Regional. So everyone tune in for TV Sports. Watch Troy. Cheer for Troy, the Giant Killers, knocking off Miami and knocking off the Florida Gators in college baseball. So a lot going on there. College baseball hyped up. Myles Garrett news. Odell Beckham and the Tennessee Vols in the end zone. And this is more like it from this team, not the team that got whooped up on by Cal. So while you guys are here, like I said, we got some folks in the chat. Let's talk college football 27, because there's been some stuff coming out now. This week's going to be the big week where all the news about College Football 27 and Madden 27 is coming out. I already talked about on my Patreon video that we just did that we're probably going to be sticking with Madden 26 for the foreseeable future, and I kind of go into that a little bit there. So if you want to hear me talk about that or the reasonings behind it, you can check out the Patreon video that we did, the RXFL 6 weeks in, looking at the stats and all that stuff. So go check that out to see that. But we're obviously still playing College Football 25 here. We did not play College Football 26. We did not buy College Football 26 because I did not feel there was enough changes to warrant buying College Football 26. And I'm still very much enjoying College Football 25. The asterisk to that is it's kind of annoying how bad the offensive line is in this game. Even with it, the slider turned up to 100%, blocking is not so good. And James feeling the same way. Yeah, if James knows, and if you're a regular viewer of TV sports, then you kind of know my feeling on the yearly release model. If you don't, it's a good excuse to check out the archives here in TV sports if you want to get my thoughts on that. And you can jump on in the comments on those past videos. But College Football 27 coming out. It's only been 2 years, since 25, which I'm still playing, obviously, and still enjoying. But there's been a couple new teams added since then. We have Delaware and we have Missouri State, I believe it is, the Bears that have been added. And we also have the Pac-12 making their big resurgence. Obviously, you can still be the Pac-12 in this game, but when you move the conferences around, and I don't know if they fixed that in 26, but when you move the conferences around, a lot of weird stuff happens with the schedules. Like we had an SEC schedule last year where I played the 8 conference games, but we had teams that played 4 conference games and made the conference championship over me because they won like 3 games, which was crazy. So that's a big issue. I would hope in 2 years that that's been addressed. I don't know if it was addressed last year because I did not play 26. So with having a couple of new teams, the Pac-12 conference, a lot of stuff moving around. I'm more intrigued and kind of have my eyes open at College Football 27. Still not a guarantee I'm going to buy it. I'm certainly not going to buy it at the $70 price tag. It would have to be the game's out for 6 months and we drop the price down kind of thing. Like that's how I bought MLB The Show. Yes, that's right, James. North Dakota State and Sacramento State. I forgot about them. Yeah, so I would assume that they're going to be in 27 as well. So we have, thank you for the reminder. We have more teams moving up, not just Delaware and the Bears from last year that moved up, but even more teams. And the big one is North Dakota State. I think a lot of people are interested to see how the SEC or how the FCS powerhouses do in their first season FBS, considering they've had a good record not only in FCS but against FBS teams. They've and they almost beat the Colorado Buffaloes. They probably should have beaten Colorado 2 years ago. They had some pretty bad timing. Go look at that final drive and look at the clock and tell me there wasn't some home cooking there from the Colorado Buffaloes. Look at this throw, and again, just need a little more under it. So that's a very quick 3-and-out for Tennessee. But yeah, that to be able to play with North Dakota State, that's huge. I wonder how many people are going to be doing dynasty videos with them. So that's even more of the reason why I kind of have my eyes on 27 more than I did 26. The other big changes, of course, as someone that played 25, none of the coaches are in the game. They added them all in last year, and they added the trophy case as well. I would assume that would all still be the case because the leaked photo has Kurt Signetti from Indiana on the cover, so I'd imagine the coaches are also still around, so having the actual named coaches. Now, I've seen a lot of people talking about the coaching carousel is still really bad in College Football 26. James, I don't know if you had the chance to play it or not, but that's a big issue in 25 where Coach Peyton Manning, we have not gotten any significant good offers to go anywhere else, which is why we've kind of just been sticking around in Tennessee until we ever get fired. And this is season 10, so another reason I'm looking at 27 is, maybe 1 or 2 more years and we kind of be at a 12-year point, which is kind of rare for a lot of coaches in college football to get that many years. So hopefully the coaching carousel would be improved. But aside from the new teams I'm going to read off as I'm playing, it's going to be tough because I am live playing this as I'm reading. But these are some of the things that people have been talking about online, features that are coming to College Football 27. PC, big for some people. I don't play games on the PC, but people have been asking that for a very long time. And apparently that is going to be the case, that there's going to be a PC version of College Football 27. There's supposed to be some athletic director stuff in Dynasty mode now. I don't know what that entails. We would obviously find out more about that coming up in the video they have. I think it's on the 4th, which would be on a Thursday. So what athletic director stuff, if that's going to be an addition to, obviously someone like me, I just like doing the coach. That's one thing that I haven't liked about the NHL games, is NHL only has GM mode, and I just want to be a coach. I just want to do that stuff. I want to do front office stuff, yes, like I do in Madden, but I don't want to do like all the GM stuff, and that's not really an option, at least in the last couple of hockey games I played. I would love to start doing hockey, as I'm going to sidetrack a little bit here. I would love to start doing drop pass. Start doing more hockey on the channel, and I was looking because there is a big sale going on right now. They're just saying go vertical, so let's try it. 3rd and 15, I guess. That penalty was really a crusher. Ooh, hit as we threw it, and yeah, incomplete. I would love to start doing more hockey stuff on the channel. It's been a long time. I did the Legends Hockey League over on Patreon for a couple of episodes. Then we did our 1 year of the Detroit Red Wings. I would love to do some more hockey stuff, and I have NHL 21, which it was okay, but I didn't love it. And I've tried so many, like NHL, whichever one had the Senators player on the cover. I don't remember which number that was. I've tried a number of the EA NHL games, and I have not liked any of them. And as you can see, I did a little bit of NHL 21, and I've had a hard time going back to it. They had a sale on 26, and I looked at some gameplay videos online, and franchise mode / be a GM mode, like everything just looks exactly how it looked in 21, which is like it's like 6 years old at this point. And then the gameplay, the computer just looks terrible. Like when you're when you have the puck, it's one thing, but then it's like your computer defense and the computer defense. For like watching a real hockey game and how the players move, and then seeing like how the players just stand there and watch you skate around them with the puck and take a shot on the goal, it's terrible. So I looked at a couple of gameplay videos online and determined that 26 was not going to be the game for me. That was a brutal first down to give up right there. So yeah, so I did not dive into the sale of NHL 26, even though I thought about it, because it did not look good to me. And the reviews were not favorable, and the gameplay, just like I said, from sitting back and watching it, did not look good. So that is why there has not been hockey content on the channel. At some point, I would like to get hockey content on the channel, but I've looked at old games. Like I have 2K10, I have 2K6, I have some old hockey games, if you guys want to see that stuff. But I've tried like 3 or 4 of the EA hockey games. Like I said, I want to say NHL 15, I think. Whichever one had the Senators player on the cover. I had that one, and I think 19. I had to go back and look at the covers and see which ones I had. I know we're talking about hockey now all of a sudden. James, I don't have a problem with shooting. In fact, the one-timers seem to be really like way too easy, especially in NHL 21. Like if you get to one side of the net and then you pass it to somebody else and immediately shoot it, it's almost a guaranteed goal. Like, that's really easy. Maybe just like the regular shooting could be a bit tough there. Yeah, James talking about NIL in College Football 27. That's another big part. That's going to be interesting as well, how that gets incorporated in. Is that going to be like you have a budget? Is that part of the athletic director stuff? where you have to get boosters, or what is that going to look like? So that's a big part of the NIL stuff. It's supposed to be a monster part of the upcoming College Football 27. And it can either be one of those good things, it can be something really cool. It's cool when you get a new feature, but it can be kind of scary because we've seen EA put features in games, and sometimes they break stuff. Sometimes a new feature is really broken. Like, I'll just say, for example, Madden 25, the press conference stuff was really broken and annoying because no matter what answer you gave in the game, it was like always negative consequences. Like, you couldn't give an answer that wasn't negative. They fixed that, and I will applaud them. In 26, the press conference stuff is way better. Oh my gosh. And again, I don't know what has happened to Star. We might have to make a change. Like, the throws that I was making with him a year ago, he is not making the throws so far. And it's crazy because I thought we had our guy of the future. And it's either we go back to our senior for 1 year or we try to see what Marco Hart's got. It's like he's throwing to 85, but he's way off, 83 there, but he's way off the mark. So, yeah, we'll have to see. Maybe we play around in the second half. It's only 10-0, by the way, for number 16 against what was, I don't know what they are ranked this year, but they were ranked the lowest ranked team last year in college football. But yeah, they fixed the press conference stuff in Madden this year where you can actually give answers and it doesn't negatively affect your team. Like, now when you give answers, it's just bonuses if you hit those milestones. But last year in Madden 25, and you can go look at my past videos in the archives, the Bucks and the Panthers, when you would give answers in press conferences, it would always negatively affect your team. Morale would go down, players would get mad. It was really annoying, and they fixed that in 26. So it's kind of exciting, the NIL stuff, James. I'm a little worried because Madden has had issues implementing new game modes that don't just completely break things. So we'll see. Apparently, you can upgrade staff and facilities. That's going to be really interesting because that's something a lot of people have asked for, especially you're talking about rebuilds, James, that, if you are someone that builds up a lower level team into a dynasty, to be able to build on those, like build that stadium up. I know it's always been an issue of likeness. How do you take a team like I don't know, I'll just throw out a Western Michigan, for example, because that's who we're playing. How do you throw a team that's like their likeness is this stadium, and then you turn it into, the big house? Is that, it's a video game, but there's also a certain likeness thing that these brands want their stadium to look how it looks, and now Star's throwing much better. He's got to work out the yips, I guess. I don't know what it is, or just keep making smarter throws. That was a beautiful step up. That was excellent. That's a man that is fighting to keep his job right now. That was an excellent step up and throw from Fianu Star. Holy smokes, that was good. That was right on the mark, too. So that's interesting, because a lot of people have been asking after that kind of thing. And obviously I'm already in 100,000-seat stadium here in Tennessee, so no problem in that. What else? Dynamic weather. That one is huge. And I haven't heard of anything from Madden. This is all on the college football side of things. If they're doing both the Madden and the college football videos at the same time, like the reveal, I hope dynamic weather is going to be in both games. That is something people have been asking for forever. That was in the old Game Day games. Remember Game Day? Remember those old games? Yeah, Game Day had dynamic weather in the 90s and the 2000s. 2026, people have been asking for dynamic weather. It sounds like we may finally begin that. MLB The Show has dynamic weather, for the love of God. It'll start off cloudy and then it'll rain. You'll go into a rain delay. I've not encountered that yet with my Padres. but that is in the game. So there's supposed to be different broadcast packages as well. That's kind of exciting. We will see what that looks like, but that's what people say. I do really like that in Madden, different broadcast packages. And then a lot of Road to Glory stuff, which I don't play. The last time I played one of those single player Road to the Show, not Road to the Show. I actually do like Road to the Show, and I might bring that back on if we keep getting our baseball numbers going up. I might do some Road to the Show stuff. But I've not done a single player football thing in a long time. The last time I did it was back on the Xbox 360 era games. So that tells you how far back it's been. I did one episode with Tebow, if you guys remember, in Madden. And I did one episode, didn't get many hits, and I never found the time or the desire to go back and do it again. So those are kind of like the big ones. I'm just hoping 2K gets the licensing that EA is hogging. Yeah, right? We'll have to see, but 2K, I don't know. The good faith, I think, unfortunately, James, the faith that people have in... Oh, my goodness, and that was just... Yeah. The good faith that people have in 2K, I think, is nostalgia for 2K5, because what 2K has done the last couple of years to WWE and basketball games have not been positively received out in the world. Negative comments up and down. Boy, everybody's just guard. Who do you throw to in that situation? Rewind that back. Everybody is guard, and Star just ate the sack that time. I can't tell you the last time I've heard a positive thing about a 2K basketball game. And then WWE games, that ringside pass that they introduced last season, whew, they got shredded to pieces online. And then it didn't help when the developers went on Twitter and were getting into fights with fans and claiming that like this thing was the second coming. And yeah, so I don't know. 2K is... I don't know if I want 2K getting the license either. I mentioned kind of one of my older streams, and again, you guys can check that out online in the archives, but I think we just need some new blood in the game, and unfortunately there's only two big companies out there right now with the big money that want to make sports games. I mean, you got San Diego Studios. I don't know if they could ever develop a football game. They got the baseball thing pretty much on lockdown, but yeah, 2K's not been doing things all that great either, I hate to say. Yeah, same here. And I'm going to mention the side stuff coming up, because I am the same exact way. Obviously, you see, I'm playing franchise mode. I'm not doing all the card stuff, all that stuff. I'm just playing, and I've always been that way. I go back for years just playing the franchise mode stuff. The other big thing that people have been losing their mind over. Let's focus on this 22 seconds, and then we'll kind of talk about that. Oh my God, hit from behind again. So that's what I'm talking about. The offensive line play in this game is not good, and my sliders are set to 100 on both sides. And I get like a defensive awards for my defense. Like, I've won multiple Heisman and defensive awards with my defensive players. Nobody open again, and Star just has to run it. So we're getting a lot of heat on Star, but you get receivers that aren't really breaking from the pack, and that was a big issue last season with this team, is the receivers, for being 4 and 5 stars, haven't really played all that strongly. So we got seconds left here. And same thing, we got our O-line just getting bullied around. And with 3 seconds left, you take a 52-yard field goal. Let's just try to get some points. The thing's going to be moving fast. Oh, yeah, here we go. Let's see. Oh, look at that. That was right on the mark. Was it long enough? No, it wasn't long enough. I need to go a little higher. Man, that sucks. So yes, you're talking about extra stuff, James. Yeah, the big thing that everyone's been talking about and kind of freaking out about is this MVP pack. And obviously we'll get much more details online. And I'll just go on Twitter right now and just type in like MVP pack. because that's what everyone's been going nuts about.
That's going to wrap up the
And
first half here, and now we join Kevin
actually, here it is right here. The MVP membership that people are really getting nervous about is like what this means. So 7-day early access for both games, and Soft Drink TV brought up a really good point if you follow him on YouTube. By doing the 7-day early access, which they're promoting, EA is promoting as beta testing, the 7-day early access, you're not getting true feedback because you're getting the hardcore fans that want to pay hundreds of dollars more for that 7-day early access to give you their thoughts. And they're people that already love this game. Like someone that's kind of like me, or like Soft Drink, that's like, I enjoy these games, I love sports games. Obviously my whole channel is dedicated to sports games, but I recognize that sports games are not what they used to be that many years ago, unfortunately. They have, while they've gotten more beautiful, I will absolutely say graphically they look beautiful. Gameplay-wise, content-wise, they have completely gone in the opposite direction. Graphics, up. Everything else has gone down in the history of sports gaming. And I know that's kind of tough maybe for, maybe people born in the 2000s that are of age that they don't know any better. But yeah, in the 90s, in the early 2000s, we had good stuff out there, and it's completely gone the opposite way. But Soft Drink mentioned that you're not getting the true everyday, the everyman that would give you true feedback, like playing the game, giving them the beta feedback from a regular person, a regular game tester, right? You're getting the hardcore fans that love everything EA does, paying the extra money to beta test, and they're not going to give true feedback. They're not going to come on and say, this mode is, predatory, this mode doesn't work, this isn't, they might point out some of the glitches, but you're not going to get the true feedback. So that's the thing that people are like going nuts about, I guess, and I'm trying to find more of it, is this rental thing. You apparently, and this kind of worried me as someone that only plays franchise mode, is there's apparently certain franchise mode stuff that's going to be locked behind this subscription paywall. I'm waiting to see what that is. Someone said it's skill tree stuff, which as is for my coaching skill tree, I don't even use that. I have it set on auto. So that might not even be something I even care about. But if they start locking other features behind a subscription paywall, that's going to be very interesting. I'm going to wait and see what that is going to be. And obviously there's a big difference, because the first thing people tend to point out is, oh, people like you have a Patreon page. So there's a big difference between giving free content like we do here, streaming, and then offering up, hey, if you want to help support the channel, we can do more streams. We can stream during the day here, which I don't know the next time we're going to be able to stream on a Monday afternoon. It might be an entire year. You can support the channel that way, versus an EA selling you a game at $70 and then asking for you to pay more to get features. You used to pay less than that, $50, $60, and you got the whole game. Now you're paying $70 and you're getting like 75% of the game with other stuff locked behind a paywall. So yeah, there's quite a big difference between TV sports streaming for free and saying support us on Patreon if you'd like to get some extra stuff, versus here's this game for $70 and then pay more to get more of it. That would be like if I said pay me $70 a month to watch my streams, and then I'm going to stop the game at the fourth quarter, like turn this stream off, and you need to pay an extra $20 to watch the fourth quarter behind a separate paywall, if that makes sense. So there's apparently going to be some Dynasty mode features locked behind a paywall. Kind of scary. I've heard it's only a skill tree thing. We'll see. Mascot mode is coming back, which I guess a lot of people have been asking for. I played that a lot when I was a kid. I will admit that. Growing up, so maybe for the young fans, that is something they'll play. I don't think that's something I will ever touch, but I know there were people asking about it, so it is kind of a fun thing that they are bringing back. But they have locked certain mascots behind the MVP paywall bundle as well. So that's kind of unfortunate if you have a favorite team and your mascot's going to be locked behind a paywall. I still have yet to see T-Roy in this game, as a Troy graduate here. So, yeah, I guess those are the big things. If there's anything else, let me know in the chat. Like, the chat is open. I'll start kind of focusing more on this game here. But James, anyone else that's hanging out with us, if there's anything else that ooh, nice swat down. If there's anything else that hasn't been mentioned, let me know. We'll chat along with it. It is 2 p.m. right now. Some Monday Night Raw is about to begin. But don't leave this chat just yet, because they are in Italy today, which I did not take the day off from work just to watch Monday Night Raw. I had some house maintenance stuff, and of course, people only work during the week here. So, James says, what I don't like in Madden is that you can't just tell these players apart. So Justin Jefferson, a 6-string player. Yeah, and that, hey, we're having the same problem. Hippenhammer is supposed to be a 5-star wide receiver. And I know there's busts. There certainly are busts out there. He has not played like a 5-star wide receiver at all. But no, I completely get where you're coming from. That is one thing they have mentioned in Madden. In this upcoming video, they said that players are supposed to have more unique personalities. We'll see if that's something that gets changed. But yeah, it is. That was terrible. But yeah, I completely agree. Yeah, it is. The superstar players don't often play different than other players, and I feel like that was the case in the past. Like, I remember in Madden. Oh my gosh! Come on. 24-0, but this has not been a clean game, by the way. So I kind of weep and worry for maybe how the rest of Season 10 may go here in Tennessee. But I guess that's what makes this series fun, because I am not always just going to come right out and have a championship team. And in 10 years, we've gotten to the second round of the college football playoffs twice. But yeah, I feel like in Madden 12, which was the Madden I played oh my god, that was a bad missed tackle. I played significantly before I bought Madden 20. That's the longest gap I've gone. I went from Madden 12 to Madden 20, if you want to know how disappointed I was in Madden for a number of years. And I went from Madden 12 until I finally broke down and bought Madden 20. And those were kind of the dark years of Madden as well, because that's when everyone said Madden 13 was the one that took out all the features, if you guys remember. And then it was many, many, many bad years. So I went 8 years before I bought another Madden. And I'm kind of at that stage right now with the NHL games. We talked about that a little bit earlier, where I've kind of, I'm now like 5-6 years in. Oh, good Lord. What are we doing, Vols? But yeah, in Madden 12, I felt like players played a lot more like themselves. Like Calvin Johnson, I had a Lions team. And I made a trade. I had to trade in Ndamukong Suh, but the Arizona Cardinals traded me Larry Fitzgerald. And I had a Lions team where Josh Freeman was the quarterback, because I didn't like Matt Stafford. I still don't like Matt Stafford. I think he's overrated as a quarterback, and I'll leave it at that. But I got rid of Matt Stafford. I forget who I picked up. And I traded Ndamukong Suh to the Cardinals for Larry Fitzgerald. So I had Josh Freeman as quarterback, and I had Calvin Johnson and Larry Fitzgerald as my wide receivers. And in Madden 12, again, I'm talking Madden 12 here, as we're coming up on Madden 27, the year difference there. The way that Calvin Johnson and Larry Fitzgerald played in that game, compared to everyone else, compared to the other DBs, it was unreal. And I have a lot of those old videos up on Patreon from my old YouTube page, patreon.com/tvsports27. Not the Lions videos, but Peyton Manning on the Arizona Cardinals. I have that. You can go see how Larry Fitzgerald plays compared to everyone else. I have Denver Broncos videos from Madden 12. Tim Tebow as a quarterback. Look at the stat lines for when I'm playing with Tebow. Oh, look at this return. They are very real to life of like how Tebow played in real life. Not a lot of completions, but a lot of big chunk yards running the ball. Tebow played very much like how Tim Tebow played in real life, and go watch those videos up on Patreon. I'm promoting myself, but you can go see the difference in how those players controlled in Madden 12 compared to what James is talking about, where you really can't tell the difference from one player to another in a lot of cases. So we'll see this video, because that's supposed to be something allegedly that they addressed in Madden 27.
They're doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Trying to find his man on first down.
Starr had a lot of time. Well, there's going to be a flag. Hopefully this one's not going to be brought back on us.
We'll see what that's all about.
Ooh, a roughing the passer. Okay, I thought that was going to be in the vein of holding, but we will accept that to get some extra yards, and we might be well on our way. So what do you guys think? You've seen 2 games. Fianu Starr, I don't want to have to go into quarterback roulette again. But, you know, Starr, he did not take the leap stats-wise. You guys saw the video. Maybe you didn't. Over on Patreon, we did a video, a whole off-season video. This time, it did not get lost to time. You guys know it's been a theme with a lot of my videos, is YouTube not processing stuff. But he did not make this jump. He was pretty low rated. He's only in the 70s, Fianu Starr, for a guy that took our team. And the reason we're starting him, and there's a touchdown, over senior quarterbacks and whatnot, is because we struggled last year, and he came in, led us on a winning streak, beat Oregon, and then led us to the second round of the college football playoff. Obviously, it started off really rough this year against Cal. All those interceptions. I could not throw anything without getting interception. Threw an interception here against Western Michigan. I don't know. Through all the struggles, though, I mean, you wish he could have taken that leap stat-wise or numbers-wise in the game. But overall, 234 passing. Again, Western Michigan that we're going up against here. And not saying anything bad. I'm a graduate of Troy. I'm a Boise State fan, so I am a fan of the smaller conference teams all up and down, and I will fight for them and support for them from here on. I'm not saying anything bad against Western Michigan. Fact of the matter is, last season, of every team of all 130-some teams, they were the dead last ranked team in the power rankings. So that is the only reason I am talking down to one Western Michigan. And like I said, they jumped out. If you want to see them jump out and nearly pull off a crazy upset, last season, they were up 14-0 at one point against us. It was pretty wild. They jumped out hot, and that was kind of the beginning of us being like, what's up with this quarterback game? Because, yeah, it was a struggle. I'm trying to see. I want to look in the archives here right now on TV Sports. I'm almost kind of thinking, I almost want to do a little bit of a baseball game here. We streamed a bunch with you guys today. Hey, my Tennessee the Cal videos got 82 views. Look at that. Yeah, maybe the thumbnails are bringing people in. And some thumbnail. Here we go. Here's the Western Michigan game. I'm looking at it right now. It was actually 13-0. So I don't know if they missed. Oh no, we blocked the extra point. That's right. We did block the extra point, but yeah, we were rolling in that one, and then we ended up running away with it. What the final score ended up being 54-13 against Western Michigan. So, and then yeah, this should be closing out the set here. Let me look at my notes, the home and homes, because I'm realistic, and that's something, you know, I write it down. But for someone like me, I think that should be a worthwhile feature, that in real life you schedule home and homes. And yeah, we did. So we got Coastal Carolina. We have a home game left against Coastal. We'll play them again this year. And then we do the 3-game set with Hawaii, where they come here twice, then we go to Hawaii. You should be able to schedule home and homes or 3-game sets like you do in real life with teams and put them on the schedule. That's you know, I know you can just write it down like I do, or you don't even have to have that as an option, but I think realistically that should be an option. Like, hey, do you want to schedule this for home and home or something? Maybe that's part of the NIL money thing, right? Shouldn't that be part of scheduling? A lot of the teams, like a Western Michigan, that was a beautiful pass. Western Michigan will schedule 2 games with Tennessee. They'll try to pull the upset, but knowing that, hey, we're probably going to get our butts kicked, but then we're going to get a nice little payout for 2. I'll say this, Boise State. I'm a Boise State fan. They signed a 3-year deal with the Oregon Ducks. They're going to play Oregon this year in Eugene. They played Oregon 2 years ago when Oregon was #1. Almost beat Oregon, by the way, and probably should have beaten Oregon. They had a couple of special teams blunders that cost them that game. But they were supposed to come to Boise. It's a 3-game set, 2 games in Oregon, 1 game in Boise. Oregon moves to the Big Ten, and then they cancel coming to the Blue in Boise. They canceled it. They paid Boise State $2.5 million to cancel that game. Stuff like that when you're talking about athletic director mode, and maybe this is something they're going to do, but if you're a Western Michigan and you sign to play 2 years with Tennessee, you should get that money in your NIL if that's going to be part of the thing. If, let's see, you start getting really good. I know how realistic you can make it, but let's see the same thing. You sign a deal in the future, right? 5 years down the line, and then Oregon calls you up and they say, well, we want to cancel one of these games. Now we don't want to come to your home. They have to pay that out, and then you get that NIL money, and you can decide, do you agree to the cancellation for that money, or do you not agree to it and you want to play Oregon in your house? That should all be part of it, I think. That'd be pretty cool. So scheduling-wise, I try to make it realistic. As you see, if you followed me for a long time, when I play teams, I do home and homes. I'd say the only unrealistic thing I do is even as a big conference team, I'm playing as an SEC team. I always, at least if I'm going to go to somebody's home stadium and it's a smaller school, we do a 3-game set. Like we're doing that with Hawaii. We did that with Northern Illinois. I did that with James Madison. We did that with UTEP, all in this series. We did that with Florida International. We went to Miami and played that game. So that's something an SEC team would never do in real life. They want to play their 9 home games and just cruise on to a championship. Me, I want to at least go. The rare case being, we're playing a 2-game set here with Western Michigan, and we didn't go to Western Michigan. But other schools, I will go to their house. But it's usually a 3-game set because I feel like that's more realistic. Unless it's somebody like we played Stanford a couple years ago and did a straight-up home and home. We played Boise a few years ago and did a straight-up home and home with that. So that's like kind of the only, I'd say, discernible difference is that right there. But scheduling, that'd be kind of cool if you can kind of work that in where you get monies if you're a smaller school for scheduling big, and if you can schedule home and homes or stuff like that. I'm going to make a change because Mr. Matui, he's usually always getting beat up. By the time we get down into the game, he's kind of getting beat up, and he's starting to get beat up here. So I'm going to put him, no, I want to put you out. So you're not going to get hurt. And you kind of see right there what we're dealing with. A 76 overall because he took us to the playoffs last year. But then you got guys like Dennison, you got Marco Hart, Leon Pepper, who's supposed to be the guy, did not perform well. He's a 90. Not even dressed to play. He's not even in action here.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
3rd and long from the 30-yard line.
3rd and 9 for the Vols here.
From the gun, wants to pass.
Boy, again, nobody open, and Starr trying to play more smart with the ball, not just turning this thing over. I probably could have. No, I want to take a field goal here. They said punt, but I want to test out the leg of our kicker. We're up by a lot. We got to test this leg out. I know it's going to be a long one. Not really super necessary, but this is why we're in this point of the game, to test these things out. It's a 51-yard kick, so as long as we get the leg, it should be fine. We just got to get a little higher. Oh, and that, yep, I completely whiffed that. Oh my God. And I didn't even try to even worry about the distance. Once once I hit the mark all the way over there, that was, yeah, it was a good night on that one. So last shot for Western Michigan here, the Broncos, to try to get some scores on the board, and it's immediately turned over. So for Western Michigan, the 2-game set with the Vols will come to a close, and man, they started off, as we mentioned, they started off with a fury. 13 points, 2 touchdowns, which kind of led to the beginning of the end of Leon Pepper. Since then, completely shut out the rest of the way, and only a 3 on the board here to show for it with Tennessee Volunteers. We got a little bit more time coming up here. I'm kind of feeling like maybe I want to do one more game. What do you guys want to see? Do you guys want to see GM mode, which I haven't done for a while, in 2K? Do you guys want to see me play some MLB The Show, which I've been playing a lot with my Padres? Because after that, I'll probably jump into Raw around 3 and get Raw. Ooh, did not see a linebacker there. And yeah, the struggles just continue here a little bit with Fianu Star.
Everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short.
We just got to keep making some smart throws. Maybe get back, maybe try to force things a little bit, but get back to what he was doing, because part of his game was just the short field precision, almost like a dink and dunk, like an Alex Smith in the NFL kind of thing, but almost kind of like a surgeon. A little bit moving the ball, was extremely accurate that way. But let me know. We got a couple minutes here. What do you guys want to see next? I think, we got time off. We're going to stream with you guys. What do you want to see? I'll put it up to a vote right now. Do you guys want to see Universe Mode, WWE 2K? Do you guys want to see MLB The Show? Or do you guys want to see GM Mode with our CM Punk NXT General Manager? Let me know in the next minute and 22 seconds. If not, I'm going to decide on my own. And it's likely going to be baseball. So if you want to see baseball, don't say anything. If you want to see WWE. And at some point, I do want to get back to WWE. I want to get back to 2K. I want to get back to doing some GM mode stuff. I know it's been a little while. But part of that is because GM mode, you really have to do commentary on it for GM mode. You can't just do non-commentary like we've been doing. And just finding the time to sit down and do that has been tough at times. So, but here we are, doing it today. Tennessee bouncing back. They came into the season ranked number 4, dropped all the way to 16. But they did not. And Fianu Star gets the player of the game.
I think as a player,
throws for over 200, a couple of touchdowns. All right, let's play some MLB The Show. Why not? We got a little bit more possibility. Too much recruiting because we're still in the early stages. There's not like a whole lot of points to move around, but we'll see. So there's Cole. So we went to the teal turf last season. We didn't move up in the standings at all. We stay at number 16. Let's see, any big stories? How about that? 8 passing touchdowns and 405 for Chester Wolf. That's who we saw last year, right? He was the quarterback there. 62-0 over Midwest. We'll just call him Midwest University. 405, 8 touchdowns. My goodness. Right there. Auburn, TCU. That's a pretty heavy-hitting non-conference showdown there. TCU with a win over Oklahoma. Again, they were in the national championship last season against Wisconsin, if you guys remember that. And if you don't, check out the archives, TB Sports, in the live stream down below. So that's kind of where we're sitting. There weren't any major upsets, it looks like, in college football. But, yeah, we only got like 140 points to play with. This is kind of what we're all sitting here and looking at. So we're not going to do anything too crazy yet. This is all the teams were leading the way. Of course, you can pause, take a look. Dakota Busby, what do we got to do? Let's make the hard push, man. He's there. We're going to make the hard push because we know what our man is into. He is a 4-star with a hidden gem, so we want a piece of that. And let's go ahead and just schedule a visit. How about you come in and see Hawaii? And how about your pro potential? Because that one I can guarantee. I can't necessarily guarantee championships, but we can guarantee probably going to have pro potential. But we already got the visits scheduled. I'd say everyone that we're kind of far ahead on, I'm not too worried about. But some of these guys, maybe we should. We can't even schedule the visit yet or do a hard push. So we're kind of just sitting right there. Blaine Cummins, who we have not even scouted yet. We'll just straight up offer him a scholarship. We'll send the house, and then I'm not even going to waste time scheduling. I'm just going to go with that. Ty Stills. Nothing we can really push on him yet. See, a lot of guys we didn't even scout yet. We're just going based on their stars alone. So those guys are all still in the open. We're looking good there. Can we come in and make a late kill here? I don't know. Georgia Tech's pretty far ahead, but we're going to find out this one as well. Let's throw a scholarship in. DM. Not a lot of points to give around. Now, obviously, we can bail out of some of these. I hate to, but we're so far behind, and it's like we can put those points towards somebody else. So let's do that, because I don't think we're going to make much room. So let's take these points back and bail out on these two fellas. Sorry, guys. You're out of here. Yep. And then, so we got 100 points to play with. I'm going to scout. It's going to burn up a lot of points. I hate the ones where you have to do a lot. Okay. We're going to scholarship you up. We're going to do friends and family. And then this is just a 3-star. So, I didn't mean to do that. Well, I want to just do this. I already offered him a scholarship. Okay. So what we need to just DM then. Okay. So that's where we are with recruiting. So, let's play some baseball. Let's do it. We'll wind this one up, and we'll see you in a little bit for some MLB The Show.